documents to support the proposal of digital signage. However, it's still being proposed the same way and only as black. There won't be no colors.
I got a discussion last month. This review of the potential to decide on that particular issue because there was some discussion. So documentation, I guess all that documentation is said. So the company has come out several years ago, 15 years ago. And they gave it to the ARC, so I guess it is for.
Yes, yes. The board has reviewed and now it's asking ARC to have the final.
Okay.
That's you guys.
Don't talk down on whether, you know, should it even be us. So there was some concerns with, not so much to how it looks. It was. It just was with it really isn't ARC concern. But message boards.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Bill.
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm on Interstate 95 in Georgia at the moment, heading back from Virginia. Got a little waylaid today. We had a little tire trouble, so I was originally planning on being in the passenger seat for this call. So, where are we in process so far? Because I think does the meeting started already?
Yeah, I'm going to chime in there. Hey, Angelica, there was an issue where the meeting wasn't started, even though you jumped on. So it started at 5:06, which was when I allowed anyone on the call to jump on, as well as when the recording started. So just so you're aware, anything that might have happened in your first 5 or 6 minutes wasn't there. Anyone on the call wasn't on, as well as it wasn't on the recording.
Okay, thank you. So far, we've verified Giselle, James, Deborah, and Gary are present. Yes, that's online. And Mike is online. We've adopted the agenda. We've approved the minutes from last month's meeting. Giselle has been nominated for the committee chair and Deborah has been nominated for the committee vice chair. And we've also ratified the online votes. Now we are reviewing the first application, the digital signage for town.
Great, thank you for the catch up.
Those appointments was nominated, those were chair and vice chair.
Yes, they were.
There's nobody here to speak to.
Well, just what I was been building, like, you know, I've been saying that we really didn't talk very much the architectural signage and, you know, getting into the nitty standards. Yes, now it's been established that it is our job.
How far has it gone? Have they voted? I don't know how long this has been going on for. This year. So has this thing?
It just got brought to the committee.
From the technology.
Yes.
There was some discussion
Yeah,
about the signage, you know, about.
bring a little verification. I can bring a little clarity.
What was that, Bill?
I could bring a little verification where we are in the process. It's clear by the charter that ARC has the responsibility for deciding matters like this as far as it comes to the 851 building. Once you all vote if you vote in the affirmative, then it needs to go to Osceola County for approval as a sign, because it's a monument sign according to the sign guideline. And there's still another step past this if you all pass this on to the next level. But as far as taking a look at everything, I with you all tonight.
So, Bill? He says.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm going down the road and I'm going in and out of cell service, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Is there any opposition to it?
What was
Does
that?
anyone want to say about it?
My only concern was not aesthetically. And I think it's it is somewhat setting a new precedent, because I don't think, back when the signage document was developed by the Silverbridge company, that were
Thank you.
something like this.
Right.
But it's consistent with the, organization of this. My only concern was the maintenance aspect. But about that, I think somebody who was said that, they're gonna come with fans, because it's a big thing. If they overheat, they don't get enough airflow, they short out.
It's, I'm just asking this question, is maintenance within our viewers, the design of?
It's really the design. My view, the architectural review committee would be looking at architectural aesthetics as to our standards. In this case, our sign, sign guidance.
Is there, I'm new to this, I'm just asking questions. Is there any guidelines as far as sign like that?
No, I think that's new. Our existing guidelines don't address signs, just it's
Is Jeffrey in the room tonight?
Jeffrey is not in attendance tonight.
Okay, Jeffrey did weigh in on the sign, and he said as long as it is consistent with the renderings that have been shown, it would fit within the community. At least that's what he relayed to Lauren and the board. And by the
And
way,
this is
we're
Lauren,
using the
and-
same. Go ahead, Lauren.
Oh, sorry. So, yeah, and I spoke with both Jeffrey, and then I also spoke with the association council, and between all three of us, the readings of not only the design guidelines for Celebration and the signage guidelines for Osceola County that were also adopted for Celebration, this marquee/monument sign fit within those guidelines.
Yeah, and I'll just say again, that from an aesthetic standpoint, I don't have any concern. Maintenance and engineer. And that's what. The old meeting.
That's how I would say we could. Condition on this, we do.
Yeah, and we did talk in the last meeting about, well, it will come with a fan. Yeah. Is that gonna be? Key is good airflow. These are gonna be outside without air conditioned space.
Yeah, these two things. Number one, this is the same sign company that provides the signs for Disney on World Drive. So exterior and our area, it covers that. The second thing I would suggest, if you could all talk really loud, because from remote, it just cuts in and out. You can see on the microphone, it's not always picking up what you're saying.
That's a good point. So Bill, so those are the new, you're talking about the new, single signs on Willis Drive,
Yep, same company.
new generation, as opposed to the ones that I'm talking about, we have lots of problems with. Places like Disney Springs.
Right, right. The ones that are in enclosures and are
You know, the outlet
LCDs. Yeah.
mall, on the. They're on I-4.
I'll add to Bill's statement that the tech committee vetted the companies that were initially inquired about this, and they did their due diligence, and this is the signage that they're recommending.
Were there other options taken into consideration, Lauren?
Other options as in signage
Like-
or?
Yeah, different types of signs other than.
So the initiative was for a digital sign that was black and white that we could ensure we could control the lumens and we could turn on and off as needed. The tech committee reviewed it multiple times, most recently now. I know they've reviewed it in 23 and they reviewed it before 21 when I started. So this is kind of generation 3 of this. And we can kind of now move forward since this art committee has control of the design guidelines, and we've now found out that this fits within the signage design guidelines as well. So that's why it's being brought forth now. So they've reviewed this a number of times.
So with everything that I would say that, most of the architectural review based on aesthetics and the intent of our existing signage celebration. Approved, we are deferring to, we are trusting that the technology committee vetted any maintenance and reliability issues. We're not considering as the architectural. So based on that, I would recommend,
Do we have a motion to approve?
that was supposed to.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The next application is for 404 Irish Street pool. Do we have the homeowner here for 404 Irish Street? You know, I was just thinking of that. There probably are, because everyone here, I'm on the page open and it's not asking me to admit anyone from the letter I sent you. Jacob, you mentioned having to let people into the meeting. Do you see anyone on your end that you have to admit in that's waiting to come into the meeting?
No, ma'am. It looks like on the call, you have Bill Long, Danny Bumpus, Deborah Combs, Jamie Alvarez, apologies on my pronunciation, and Michael Provost. And no one else has requested to jump in the meeting since 5:06.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't see.
Can we send a request and email our
Yeah, the letters that were sent out have the link. Yeah. What's the address? I'll resend it right now. So we don't have the homeowner here for 404 Irish Street?
No.
Okay. There we go. Probably. Yes, only for the pool. Thank you.
Sure. Angelica, did you just see that somebody joined?
Yeah, I allowed them in the meeting.
Super.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and start. For this one, I know we still need fence material, specification for the pavers, all of the material samples. Mechanical screening, it doesn't say. I don't recall if this had a location for the mechanical equipment, but a concrete pad was not included in previous calculations, so I'm wondering. Yeah, I didn't think it did. So we need that information.
The same thing on with the south, but that's to so by need to ensure that it's got a
Yep.
code compliant fence to impose the people that are.
Yeah, so we just need some more information. Conceptually, I think it was.
Especially contingent on the supply. The additional just
Yes. That sounds good to me.
I agree.
The fence application with all supporting documents and the pool equipment.
You were just concerned about the impervious surface for that, for the.
Well, it's not shown. I
Yeah.
need a lot of detail on that. So yeah, it needs to be, it's not gonna change the impervious, but we still need that information.
Materials usually
Yeah.
provide sample for the papers and the tile that's used and texture that's used in the.
All of the new material.
Do we have a motion?
So I make a motion for approval of the concept. Submission of the submittals that we just.
Do we have a second? All in favor? The next application is for 500 Greenbrier Avenue. The stair reconstruction. Is the homeowner here for 500 Greenbrier Ave?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Sit here. If you'd like, you can tell the committee what the project is.
So the project is to reconstruct. Thing there means egress, entry and exit. The stair had been original to the apartment above the garage, house was built in 96. It's really never met. It was approved by the county, but as an architect, as a master's, as an architect, master's degree. Double efficiencies. One is measure beam, the 3-inch stucco, 2 lac screw that structurally causes the upper landing to drop an inch. My daughter uses the. She's confused. Propped up 2x4. That your beams constructed that way is that design construction. The change in variance in riser heights range from 8 inches, which is not compliant back in 1996, non compliant. variation ranges from 8 inches to 7 inches. 7 inches is at the bottom landing. Bottom landing, back then, 36-inch landing in the direction to travel. It has only inches. So situation here, this is so rather than trying to dress up the existing structure to meet never met code to begin with, the total construct we had here is town and country or some the stringers not really calculate total riser consistency. They actually show level level treads are actually this here. So you see here the top landing, the 8-inch riser below is 7 and 8. You can see this is level. The level on it, the actually tilted the stringer. Yeah, that's what I thought to begin with, but you can see where even the owners, previous owners did their best to curl that tread down to keep it from being a trip hazard. There's just no way of fixing the structure. So we do applied for a permit with Osceola County. Issue that stripped out, they inserted it right in the joist. You can see maybe a solar puts in here. And no that situation is so we stand their structure support and as well as supports needed bottom of the stringers and so extend that landing at bottom inches to exceed 6-inch.
Very needed project.
It is, you see it from to a town campus street. So, the previous previous owner had this on the exterior to hide the camp. He intended the same screen mechanical change. And skating edges. So it's hedges during. They're starting to come back now. Guys need to hide the screen. Yeah.
That was my question.
So then the stairs will be in the same.
That is correct. Consistent 7 and is the maximum riser, but that and then 2-inch paver that would be raining here. The 2-inch paver raise it up there. Pre-engineered, prefabricated steel stringers, 7-inch riser.
Did you say you have already applied for a permit?
With county,
Heard anything back on that yet?
yes, so, the approved. I'm in discussion with They are charging me 100 for square. Michigan. Eight. Right. You know, it should have been there. Yeah. This house. Figure that.
Okay, but anyhow, there is a county, in
Yes.
terms of the drawings that you submitted, the structural
Same
drawings that they've already viewed and
You're
the only
correct.
thing that Jeffrey says in his notes here, you know, is under structural drawings. I don't see a complete site architectural drawings that illustrate elevations, but I think we understand what you're going to do and understand what that's going to look. The intent is for it to look similar to what it's replacing in terms of look and materials. It's just going to be code compliant in terms of rise to run and
Yes.
If you keep going down.
These are the actual framing. And show a section cut in the end. Stringers. Mention the
Oh, yes, okay.
rise or telling. No. Three of them, so this, you know, 18 inch.
I think more what we're missing here is like an elevation view to see what it's gonna be in appearance rather than structural drawings. I think that's what I was kind of wondering. I think that's what Jeffrey was trying.
my question of the committee is there's evident enough from what we've seen explain to us that we could approve it or we need that.
Is it gonna look like it does now?
Yes.
Not good.
Yes, yes, and it shows some of the detail at the end. Trying to put the image. You see the structural. You.
Oh, great.
So we put a 14-inch overhang. As we come out of the kind of slams. Destroys. So. So in plan view. We're trying to do from the two sides. 14-inch frame, some architectural that we're getting pocket. And it to match the show. Just getting trim.
So that's what we kind of need, the paints and the finishes and everything.
Okay, so if I may,
Yes.
this is a list of materials. Painted, Sherwin Williams. Most of it's just gonna be the same color. Like sand, paver.
Yeah, that's over here.
Well,
Thank you. And the detail that I understand that is nice, it was actually a little nicer than what it's missing. So the question of the committee is, do we want to be
I don't think we can hold it up. I think we can ask for more information. Elevation type, is the fence type in there? The railing? Materials and
Yeah.
the type of caps.
absolutely would match the existing. Interested in changing that. We just want stair to be safe, function.
What is the railing material?
So the railing material will be pressure treated, exclude. There's, top rail, bottom rail. Lumber. Yeah. Painted.
Also, your stair stringers, the steel structure, is that just covered with something or is that going to be exposed?
Right now it's exposed, never painted. I could either paint that. Strings to make it similar.
To the exist.
Yes.
That's the type of information that we're missing here. All that finishing information.
Do we need that in writing or are we allowed to get that?
We can approve in concept and that later. And we can, that's something we can always review on the internet. He doesn't have to wait a month. We can do it on the smart web.
I have one other question. So with it extending a little bit, what is the closest
The stair.
stairs?
We're well within our property line limits. I think the site plan.
Yeah. I was, yeah, trying to visualize.
Sure. So right here, this, the area, story building, apartment, garage, and posting the same location, extending the concrete slab 1 foot. And it's between the main house and
Drawing existing and the bottom drawing. Proposed.
yes, yeah, so this surveyor, there are errors in his survey drawing. My field measurements of the way it was constructed, there, it's constructed in right here. So what we see here is, this is the actual, the as-built dimensions. It's, there's some additional dimensions. Not clear in the surveyors. These numbers mean where they apply. For instance, here, the 4-foot dimension is the actual concrete pad, the L-shaped form. And he assumes that the stair is 4 feet wide and it's not, it's only 40 inches wide. So that clarification was made here.
Okay, do we have
I'm not sure what all.
more discussion or?
So.
Hey, what we,
Know something.
if we could, you know. Good on condition of anything. Items still be submitted that we can look at online. Be satisfied that maybe the presentation is exact.
Is it typically approved railing with different materials, being wood, top, bottom rail, but vinyl balusters, isn't it typically one material? Like either it's composite vinyl or it's wood?
On the bottom, top rail, top and bottom rail are wood and. You don't do the top and bottom rail because they. So.
Gary has something.
Gary Gusman, Governance Committee. One reason for being here for years, reason the management company. materials, finishes, you name it. So after the project and installation is done, the inspector needs to know what they're looking for. So if there's some question, you just said, is, and the inspector doesn't know that. So if you want that documented, compliant with the RC, and that you get that information so that management will have it, so that 3, 5, 10 years from now, that it doesn't say, we don't.
It's on the list.
I think, I think I'd like to approve in concept, and then do submission of all the finishes, so we know exactly finishes and samples of like which railing you're putting in there. Gaps are painted, just what the screening is, said that you would be screening. So we'll get that information too.
So different schemes of screening.
Yeah, look, I intend to match. Yeah, I mean, it has.
So is it sufficient if sure what it looks like now? Matching, et cetera.
We need to have all of that.
So what specifically does?
We don't know specifically everything he's doing.
So we're not getting a picture,
Might be-
so are we getting physical items?
He can submit, pages from a brochure for the railing. You know, specify on there this paint to match the existing. Obviously, what type of screening,
What's being done with the stringers?
yeah.
And I think
Everything.
what's it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Just what are the materials and
Yeah.
And
Are you
Like the paper rules. The stringers were. Synthetically. Painted it. What would you suppose just painting the steel string?
Yeah, I think that's a personal choice as long as it's.
make sure?
As long as you tell us what you want to do, so we can say, yeah, that looks good, and so we have the information for the future. That fair?
yeah, we're not saying it didn't change anything. except the captain. But-
Very good. Okay, so
Giselle made the motion, yeah,
conditional approval, Giselle,
conceptual approval. Do we have a second?
I say.
All in favor? Thank you.
If I may add, are you? Single.
No,
At all? Okay. So. Structuring that doesn't work.
yeah, we don't need that part.
Sure.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Before we move on, I'd like to say something. The speaker, the microphone in the room is not picking up some of the attendees there. And I'm only catching part of their conversation, so you can approve the microphone. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you able to tell me that?
She. The next address is 113 Acadia Terrace. Do we have the homeowner online or in person for 113 Acadia Terrace? Hello. Good, how are you?
Good.
You can sit wherever you'd like, and then you can give the committee explanation of your project.
Mike, should be joining us online.
Yes, I'm here.
113 Acadia Terrace is a unique property, I believe, because we, looking at our house, there's a pond on the left-hand side that's separated between our house. There's a street, a lot, and then our house. And then behind the house is the lot beside our house is not conducive to building. I think it's an access to the pond for residents. And so, what we're looking to do is put an addition on the north west end of our house. And to do that, you can see our house is somewhat pie shaped. This is, what we're limited to with the setbacks, as I understand. We, like a larger addition than what the setbacks is allowing. Doing that, we would like to take pie shape and go beyond the setback. And also, we have never gone through this before, so we have no idea what you're looking for.
Yes.
And easements exist, CCD. Access, CCD.
Not approving.
So it's behind the house, that's CCTV property.
This,
To the left, is that's
this way,
what's there?
this is, tree, open space. And then just beyond that is the street. And this space between our property and the street is too small for building. And so our assumption is it's just access to the pond area.
So that would be CCD.
It
Is
is,
I'm suggesting that you should fit in.
Yeah, I don't,
I was not on an article, we going out next week, should it be?
It is within the property line, correct? We're just looking at the setbacks, correct?
That's correct. Our property line is here. The 10-foot setback is here. And we're looking to bring it in still within Osceola County regulations, but going against elevation.
So, the photos that you've provided, those are the side of your house?
That's right.
They're further down. So to the side is essentially an open area.
Yes, this is the side, and the tree sits right on the property line, and the street is about right here.
And that shot below that is a shot looking at that side that with the tree.
That's
further back.
That's right.
I don't feel that,
Yeah.
I don't think that we can't grant a variance. This committee can't grant a variance. The directors would have to do that. That would be directly against what the guidelines say. What do you think? I don't think that we can just ride with that. Say, it's spelled out in
I don't remember
Specified.
seeing like some items that said like the art can consider other stuff. I don't.
Have you said that?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, that's actually did on my.
Usually it's like saying these like specifics.
Right.
Interested in anyone.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying just to possibly check with CDD on this?
Right, I'm not familiar with. Suggesting if there is a question, you have a CC. It's online,
Yes, I mean,
usually see it.
Thank you.
Don't know.
And just to
No.
clarify,
Oh.
I said right at the very beginning, I was writing a note, so I missed it. So
It's
the
the-
Oh, that's the overhead view.
It's
there.
plan
so
that's
this is
shown,
and then
uh,
over here.
the reason you asked for the variance is you'd like to take the plan, floor plan that you've had shown, and you want to just get a little bit more out.
Extend it, right, to make the room more functional that we want to add.
Okay. I know.
I would recommend approval, but not encroaching on the setback. There's reasons there's there's actually a bridge right there.
Well-
If they ever need to maintenance on the bridge or rebuild the bridge, it's
One of the
observation
observations
issue.
that I have on the property is the back, on the backside, I think is it 5 feet or setback? Well, this side is really no different than the backside because there's nothing on that side as well, just like there's nothing on the backside of it. And so I'm asking that you treat both sides like the backside of the house. Because there are no neighbors on that side.
What lot type
So
is
so we have the ability as a community, as a ARC to grant a variance. The rules are what they, or the setbacks are what they are. So
And it's not encroaching on the county setback, correct?
It is not.
that's correct. So do we feel, is there a compelling reason to stand fast with the setback here?
Could we approve it conditional on CDD signing off on it as well?
What's in the state?
I'm not trying to cause a problem, I'm just asking questions.
There is overhead. It shows CCD property.
Yeah, that colored now.
It is
CCDD. Is that up here?
I'm thinking it's fairly low risk. Because it's wide open space there, there's nothing.
But it's CCD.
But we're not, with the, variance wouldn't be encroaching on CCD property. It's not like saying, hey, you can build into the CCD
It
easement.
won't be.
It's not that.
It's
This is
3 feet
just
out.
the setback for that type of property, like any lot of that type, correct?
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is I can be convinced to vote for variance in this case, because I don't think it make a whole lot of difference in the homeowner is trying to get a little bit more more money out of this project. Or we can, stick to our guns and just strip it.
Do we have any comments to what James said?
Could be convinced either way. But I understand what the owner's trying to do. And, a little bit sympathetic because I have a little backyard kitchen project on my property, and we did the same thing 7 years ago.
I believe it would make the home look better with a larger addition, simply because it would not look like an addition, it look like a house all along. And the house is visible down the street and going out of Miami Brook, how you see as you pull in.
Any other opinions?
I feel that there's other ways.
Record, Jeffrey. Approval with the condition that the proposed setback encroachment is not approved, but he didn't say anything more than that. Why you made that a recommendation?
That's the required setback.
I would for myself would not feel.
And the encroachment you're proposing is that you're trying to get as much as you can and still not violate the county's.
That's
County
right.
setback, is that right?
Yes.
You know, it's like no other driver necessarily.
That right here would be within the Osceola County setback regulations. Up here, we're still exceeding that by another 3 feet.
It's just that one corner.
It's just this one corner right here. That's the issue.
So it's up to the rest of the committee, because I've said I could be convinced. I think it's low risk for us in terms of, it's not aesthetically, it's not gonna be a, why'd you guys approve that? Or it's not gonna encroach on, easements.
Meaning with the extra space in the kind of adjacent property, there's room for maintenance and those concerns.
Is this gonna be a 1-story or 2-story structure?
It's a 1-story addition. We have a 2-story.
Oh,
That's a 1-story addition.
Oh, do we have a motion?
So in the pattern book, state lots normally have a side yard that setback if they're adjacent lots of 7 feet 6 inches for structures less than 2 stories, 15 feet, 2 stories and greater. This one, 113 Acadia has a special, since it's a corner lot, side yard setback of 10 feet.
I think it's kind of an anomaly in this case, because really, one reason why the celebration, correct me if I'm wrong, because you've been around here all the way around now, but for the setback is to be greater than the county setback is to is really for the benefit of the neighbor next door or anything next door, so that you're not getting too close to the property. In this case, there's nothing there. There's never going to be anything there. That's not a buildable lot. It's always going to be open space. So that's why I said I thought it was low risk. With Jeffrey, since Jeffrey said he would recommend against it, I wish he'd be a little more detailed about what his concern was. But for me, I don't see it as a big deal.
The note in the design guideline does say it's a corner lot with Village Street on left side.
It's not really a corner.
Right, this is 3 Acadia.
Right.
That's
one.
Yeah.
I think it's an unusual situation.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
And the addition is on the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
over here where there's that sort of pie-shaped bit of the CBD.
I think that's side why they did the 10%.
A fall picture. Probably looks a lot better than it. Picture does not do it justice.
Does somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to throw it out there. And guess what I've been saying is that I would, based on the unusual nature of the adjacent property, that I would recommend approval of the project to include the setback encroachment to the county setback of 3 feet in this case, to allow for a larger addition.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Mike, do you have any comments for this application?
So we could make it with the other,
Mike's online.
okay, what's
Can you repeat the question again?
Do you have any comments for this application?
No, I was really just on here to help talk about the variance request and everything else that David has already done there, which, yeah, we were just trying to push as close we could to that county setback line, obviously without going over that, which was the extent that we were looking to try to achieve.
Thank you for that. Mike Prevost, do you have any comments for the application?
I do not. Most of it cut out for me, so I would defer any comment.
So the application currently has a split decision. We have 2 votes to approve and 2 votes to deny the application, currently based on the setback requirement.
So
I'd like to hear
I'm gonna make another proposal that was recommend we approve the addition as proposed with the setback, same intensity, maybe a smaller thing. We can approve that. We have, with regard to the going a little bit further, we have a split decision. At this point, we don't have a 5th member to.
He's online. He'll, as soon as you get done talking, he'll.
Okay, well, I'll shut up then.
No. Okay,
I'd like
Mike,
to-
you can. Yep.
Sure. I'd like to hear the 2 people who denied the application, their primary reason for denial, and if they could speak up and so I could hear it all.
The reason we're denying is it's just the encroachment, going past the required setback. That's what we're denying, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, this is Deborah. So what I'm seeing on it is that it's a estate lot. And for the side yard setbacks, if
Yes.
it's to an adjacent lot, which is the closest I can say, because it's not a street on that side.
It's
I'm not sure. So to adjacent lot, it's a minimum of 7 feet 6 inches for structures less than 2 stories, which is the addition is only 1 story.
Right.
But if you go to the design guidelines where they break out each lot, 113 Acadia Terrace has a special note where it says it's a corner lot with North Village Street on left side, which you're saying is not correct? There's not.
No, there is a street, but there's that length, that stretch of land between the
Okay.
street. It's not sitting on the street.
There's some CDD land in between.
And so it says corner lot, North Village Street on left side, minimum side street, side yard setback is 10 feet.
I think it's called a corner lot because there's no building between us and the street, so.
Yeah, it really is an unusual situation. I would say if there was a, if the road was right there off of your property line and you were truly a corner lot, I would say no, because you're getting too close.
And I would agree.
Too close to the corner. Or if it was a buildable lot where there either was another house already there or potential for another house to be built in the future, then I would say no as well, but you got that buffer that was, it was showing. Can you show that? Can you show it again?
Okay.
Yeah, so Mike, my thoughts on it are that
So that weird finger that comes down here, and I don't know how wide. That's what you're.
This area here.
Yeah, so it doesn't really fit the normal definition of corner lot.
Yeah, so my thoughts on it, Mike, on why I was declining it are that these are well thought out rules and were put here for a reason. I might not understand the whole historical reasoning behind all of them. But I did not hear today a compelling reason on why a variance should be granted. So that's why I voted for that.
How close is the adjacent property to this, variance, the structure? How close is it to the property line? The structure beside that it's encroaching upon? Is there any open
If we're allowed to go to the Osceola County,
Right.
so it's 3.5 feet from the property line.
Did you hear that, Mike?
Could you state your question again? Because I'm not sure I understood your question, Mike.
Sure. I'd like to know, on the property line, how, on the other side of the property line, the other property, how close is the structure? Is there any open space? Are they already over to their setback limit?
See, that's what
it's
picture up. We have the picture up, Mike. If you, I don't know if you're able to
Yeah, we
see
can't
it.
see it. Yeah, we can't see it. We only see you guys.
Oh, okay.
there.
Yeah, there's a, it looks like you could say it's like a half lot with no structure built on it. With there's no chance of any structure to be built on it in the future. So you're not really encroaching on anybody's, house or garage or any other structure.
Lightly wood.
Oh, that's great.
And
Now I see.
the pond.
Yeah. And we're talking about lot 113 there in that image. Is that correct? Is that's where the property owner's lot is, 113 in this image?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, with it being open space, I understand that we do have well thought out rules and we have setbacks, but in this case, it seems that there's some open space that would allow for a slight encroachment across that setback and have no impact to any other property owner. So in that case, in this case, I would vote to allow.
So the motion to approve stands as James, Gary second. And Mike as the third. Yes.
Yeah.
You already
Yes.
received the approval letter. Come on.
What is-
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
So do you send us something in the mail?
I'll send you it to your email.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me get back. The next application is for 7509 Estuary Lake Loop. This does have multiple applications. We're gonna go ahead and start with the pool. If you wanna explain your project.
Trying to call in.
Is the contractor online for 7509 Astoria Lake Loop?
Get in.
Yeah.
I did send a. Oh, yeah, that's. I know, I mean, we want to put a pool in.
Yeah, walk us through the project, like what
Well,
material?
the whole thing is, we would extend our yard 10 feet. Right now, we have a slope, it's about 3 feet. And it's fenced in. That was done last year, that was. Now, we're gonna go another 10 feet, so we have to put a retention wall in. That will be about 7 feet. And level off the yard.
And will that be within the existing fence?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Here's,
So since we don't have a picture of this, I was trying, so the area,
here's,
could you show, or point to where?
here's the existing. Okay, that's the fence. That's the back. That's where it drops off. And this is our neighbors next door that had to do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So this, we went back 10 feet with the retention wall. Put the fence about 6 inches in front of them. Yeah, level. So the yard is. It's pound dog that we should run around back there, so. Easy for us.
So your motivation is you're trying to,
And the
from
rest
the
of it,
pool, you want a nice level yard.
Yeah.
Was that
It would be, if we extend it 10 feet, leave it the way it is, it'll be about a 7. Even a 3 foot should.
Okay.
I do wanna. I was doing pools,
You want to bring that up and extend.
The whole yard.
Or bring the definition on.
Okay.
Hey, can you bring up the survey? Shot? So can you show us on here? I can't quite see the words. Like where,
Here's a-
What?
right here.
The house.
Straight, see the straight point.
Here.
down.
And this is where the retention wall.
Okay.
There was another one where it's.
Who's asking?
Existing fences and then. We're gonna bring this out.
can you bring up the one that
We're gonna go
includes,
front of the wall.
Angelica, can you
Yes.
bring up the one that includes the fence too?
The wall will go right here. This is the existing fence here. I'll give it about 9.5, it'll be out 10 feet, 9.5 feet from the fence.
Okay, so
So it's gonna
so
go.
one picture you just showed us with the fence, that's the, yes, that's.
Yeah, this is the existing fence here.
Okay.
And there's a gate right here. The new fence. Here. The wall.
And you have a little diagram in there. The fence starts at about the same elevation.
It'll be the new fence. Fences were installed, and it'll be level with the rest of the yard. So everything level.
At the top. Right?
And what's behind?
It's just. There's nothing back there.
Swamp.
There's like-
Yeah.
Reserve
area,
A lot of
conservation.
A lot of junk.
And what is your setback? This is Island Village?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this case, correct me if I'm wrong, setback isn't an issue because you're just talking about the corner of the fence. Is all, if I'm moving the fence back.
Just going back, I said.
Yeah, there's no alley.
No, setback issue.
There's still no 5 feet.
Fence doesn't count as a structure. Like in the last case, we were talking about a vertical structure.
This is the guideline for a fence.
What does it say?
Minimum setback is 5 feet. Let me go to what's in here. This is like page 4. Yeah, but it's. Over here.
2.
Yeah. I don't think that's.
So funny. Trying to interpret the drawing there, so you got the outer line is the property line, the S/V, that's the setback. Is that the
I believe
setback?
so. Yeah.
Presumably.
Oh, so that's the setback line, not the
Mhm.
property line. Oh, okay.
I'd like to make a comment.
Oh, wait a minute.
So it appears that the red and blue dashed lines cross the setback line on, if north is the top of the page, it crosses the setback. Is that the intent, or was your intent to stop the wall and the fence at the setback line?
Stop at the second.
So I would,
So you're-
I would want the drawing amended, to not show these lines crossing over the setback in that area. And if that was the condition, then that would be, applicable.
So is the existing fence right on the property line?
No,
Oh, you actually have.
oh, no, it's not.
You actually have on the sides.
Exactly how much we have back, how much more room, there's about another, I think, 12 feet. Property,
So on the sides of your lot, your fence is in your property line?
Yes,
10 or 12 feet?
yes.
Wow.
And you would
I-
extend the fence from the existing fence line on the top down to the new blue dashed line. Is that correct?
is about, the wall is gonna be 10 feet. And the fence will be about 6 inches in front of the wall,
Going towards the home.
going toward the house.
And is it
And-
because of the slope back there that you're not running this wall and fence along the back property line parallel to that? You've got this space on the left-hand side of the wall that you're taking out of your yard. Is it because of a slope? You're not using that?
Well, yeah, if we go back any further, the wall just keeps getting bigger.
I see. Sure. Okay.
So that's why we stopped it where we did.
So on this one, Jeffrey's recommendation on the retaining walls, recommend approval with the condition that the resting wall, which I guess would be the toe or the base of the retaining
Yeah.
wall, meets the setbacks.
That's correct. It would have to turn and go and get back to grade. Do you have an elevation of the wall with elevation points, the height of the wall and to grade?
7 feet.
Is it in this set?
It should be there somewhere.
Yeah, they're.
7 feet.
7 foot high. Yeah.
So that's pretty big. So what you're saying, Mike, is that you would expect that this the retention wall like this along the backside, that it would have to turn a corner and go on up the side a ways before it met with level grade again.
Exactly. Somewhat, yeah, to hold soil, sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
So you're saying that we should have that turn not go to the existing fence.
Right.
right, yeah. Your red and blue lines
Well,
should turn
see-
and go back and
Okay,
connect.
I understand what you're saying.
Or if you could go back to the site plan again.
They're just saying there
I was just saying- I was just gonna Say. 50 walls. So if you're having a retention wall here, retaining wall, and this is, you estimate it's gonna be about how high? 7 feet. That turn that comes back this way until that retaining papers. Stiff.
Okay. The man wear it over here.
Well, you really need. Both sides. Just to get to, what. This is 7 feet at this level, it would. It would get to zero, it's what. And so all we're saying is this, we need to do that, and just want to make sure that it stays within the setbacks.
But we are not saying you have to have the fence all the way up to where it levels out. Where you
Well,
could still
well,
keep
it's not
the
gonna-
fence
We
beside
have
that
to do it on
wall.
both sides of the fence. And connecting.
It's an engineering consideration. I think that just contractor, engineer who designs it, how much of a return method to the madness.
The other question too.
But we
is
don't
what's
know where
the
that
side-
material is gonna be.
Is that a
Like, is
lot?
it gonna be in the center?
Right to the- Oh, I don't, that's north.
I don't think so. It's not gonna be something
Yeah.
that's shown.
Yes, that's-
They won't go.
That, the picture that I showed you, that's the house.
House there.
Yeah. That was the return that they did on theirs.
Too, I think there needs to be some consideration of the contouring of the grade to lot 255 to the top of this diagram. I think with a retaining wall at 7 feet, I believe an application should include a contour map, and with elevations shown. And that might require some sort more of survey than just your lot survey, That's a pretty good cut and fill project, and we need to see how it impacts the adjacent lot.
How would it impact the adjacent lot?
So.
Well, so if you're building this wall, what are you going to put behind? Is it simply a privacy wall, or is this a retaining wall for soil behind it?
It's a retaining wall for soil.
So I need to know what the current elevation is and what the proposed elevation is. And then when your property stops, what happens to all of that extra soil that is you filled into your lot? And yet it's looking at lot 255. What does it do? Is the wall continue back towards your house to retain all of that soil until you get back to finished grade, current grade? So you need to demonstrate that. The impact along the property line or along the setback line. That's an unknown at this time. And the same, I guess, goes for the lot to the south of, to the bottom of the page as well. If it were a
Okay.
2-foot wall, this might not be necessary, but a 7-foot wall is a lot of extra soil being brought to the site. So how does it connect, tie back? How does it,
That's on the
how
other
does it tie
side.
back to the existing grade?
That's right. That's what that says.
We're gonna be doing a similar thing.
Is
That's-
there a
yes.
concern about water drainage on the other lots?
Pretty much the same thing, just.
Absolutely. There's needs to be drainage, there's needs to be drainage. What kind of, you're gonna have hydraulic pressure behind this wall? Are you tying it back somehow? And how are you releasing, water buildup behind this wall on your side to get out? So I think there needs to be
So
more,
what he's saying
because
here
it's
is,
such a
if
substantial
you're gonna do
wall.
some of what your neighbor's done.
Mike, I think you weren't heard.
Well, I understand.
So where's the water gonna go? It's just a consideration.
There's gotta be drainage.
Yeah, in this case, I would imagine lots of water is gonna go, down this way. But there is gonna be additional pore pressure that's gonna put some pressure on this retaining wall. And yours is gonna be higher, it's gonna be 7 feet. That just needs to be whoever's doing this work for needs to be cognizant of that. I hope they are.
Well, yeah, they.
And
Surely.
to make sure that this is anchored well enough that the extra water that's sitting in there is not going to,
Not fall on the county inspectors and there.
We do have a
He explains it in here, that there will be drainage system
We always look at
behind the
what
wall.
project.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, have them. Do a better job.
So
if you could provide the drawings, once you have the engineer,
Mhm.
you do the projects, engineer's drawings to us so that we.
Okay.
Did anybody have any issues with the fence at all? Like how it looks or any of the plans for that?
I did not.
So I motion that we approve it in concept.
I'm sorry to interrupt, because there's 3 applications, which one are you making a motion for? Retaining the
I'll do
fence.
the retaining wall.
Okay.
I motion that we, for the retaining wall, approve it in concept, conditioned on receiving a plot showing drainage, location of the resting wall, and location. I'll just leave it at that because it's the retaining.
I think Mike
But
made a
that's the
point
resting wall. I'm thinking it's the blades that go back.
Hey, everybody. I think Mike tried to make a point, but he couldn't be heard because there were 4 conversations going on at the same time. Mike, you made a point about the hydrology. If you could make that again.
Yes.
Sure. So the proper, I think, design for this wall should include a grading and drainage plan, which would show an elevation of the wall, front and back, a section showing how the hydraulic pressure behind this wall is going to be released, either through a French drain line, weep holes through the wall. And then also in the grading plan, you're going to show contour lines that show how the soil you're bringing in is going to tie back to the contour lines on the property line. And I think that's going to reveal a lot of how this wall is constructed rather than just 2 dashed lines, running along the back of the property. I think I could not even approve this in concept until we see how this much grading impacts is handled on both sides of this lot. Is your intention to build a pool on this new terrace that you're creating, or just your backyard?
The pool won't be where we're extending, where the
Right.
walls.
Right.
Pool is
Yeah.
near the house.
Got it. So let's get an addition to this submittal or this application of a grading and drainage plan, either from an engineer or by a registered landscape architect. And that to me would satisfy a 7-foot wall as a significant structure. And one other question, this wall will face out to a preserve, is that correct? The backside of your lot, what does it face?
The preserve.
Sir,
Yeah, okay, great. All right. I wanted to make sure of that. Thank you.
Oh, I added the grading and drainage plan to the approval and concept. Do we have a second?
I agree with that. Is,
Okay,
so, sounds like Mike's a civil engineer. I'm a civil engineer as well.
He's a landscape.
Uh,
Like as a landscape
We
architect.
was a landscape architect. So, anyhow, so I understand what he's saying. I think getting this little bit extra detail, you're gonna be way happier in the end, because 7-foot retaining wall is significantly more troublesome than, the smaller one that your neighbor has, and it can be done. We're wanting to approve it. We just want to make sure it gets done right for you.
do we have a motion for the fence?
And to approve it in concept pending leaving a new layout, like where the new fence will be compared to the new retaining wall on the survey.
Do we,
And you can do that just by showing us a drawing that more clearly delineates out. If this is the retention wall, turn to our farm needs to go to your level. Same thing on this side. And same drawing, you just show fence that's 4 or 6 inches in from that. I think that's what you're asking for.
Right, yeah, wherever you end up deciding you would like to ask for the fence to be.
and do we have a second?
Second.
I would second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And do we have a motion for the pool?
I think we
Yeah,
have.
explain the pool to us.
there wasn't a diagram.
Raise calculations.
On that. This will all be papers. Plus.
Where's the mechanical equipment?
And
Is there already a concrete pad there? Are you adding?
that's where all the machine units are.
Okay, so you're.
Everything's over there.
Okay. That was my only question.
Okay. Do we have any other questions?
I'm all right with the pool. Jeffrey commented.
Do we have a motion of,
I will make a motion to approve.
do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You'll receive the information tomorrow.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thanks for
Good to
coming.
see you.
And in the beginning of the meeting, if you can hear me. Operating.
With that being said, we're gonna do a owner that's here in person, 1333 Flagstone.
6.
1333. It's a couple more down.
Oh.
The masonry wall. renovation. Yeah.
My spouse.
You can, yes. Go ahead and speak to the application.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Danny Bumpus. I'm here too. I'm with 1333. Barbara, is that you?
Go ahead.
Let's see. I can't see where I can see the screen. Barbara, do you want me to start?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So this is a townhouse on Flagstone, and I've never had one with this condition with the large side yard. So I just did a sketch because I'm not even sure we're allowed to expand there. There's also the masonry wall that's existing. And I'm also not sure if that's Barbara's responsibility to maintain, and can we move it? So it's just a conceptual thing. Is this type of addition allowed into the side yard? I'm sorry.
This is the town hall. Subsidy.
You know, right now, there's a wall.
There's a site plan attached.
Moving the wall here. Today, this bedroom with bathroom, because we only have 2 bedrooms upstairs. Upstairs. And
We own the property, but it
this
is.
in the court that we own. This is a shared wall here with a neighbor. And we own this land. And we have big here too. That's right now. So we own the land, we pay taxes on the land. And there'll still be space here. And still space here. So what you see from the front would just be the wall. I can tell you, is this wall away in front of the bedroom? See here, did he leave?
He might not hear you.
He's,
Microphone's here.
The mic isn't working well. I can't really understand anything Barbara said.
she was asking if the wall comes up to the front of the bedroom.
As in the sketch there. I mean, that's what I'm showing.
Not
But
just to the side of the room, I guess, I don't know. Can't hear me?
If you want to come closer and speak over.
Danny,
Yes.
you want to add anything?
I didn't hear, well, I didn't really hear what you said. So the sketch shows, I'm assuming we have to relocate the wall. There is a survey that's attached that shows the existing location of the wall. But we would be having to move it. Go a little bit, go further down. Oh, unless it was at the beginning. Yes, there it is. Oh,
Okay.
so you can see the wall now. So it's toward the rear of the house. So if we add on to the basically the side of the house in the kind of in the front, do we need to relocate the wall? Is that her wall, or was it put by I don't know, the condo association or something? I'm just not clear.
Well, the builder put it in. We're the original owners.
Okay, so the wall can be moved. I mean, I'm just asking permission if it's allowed to even expand into that yard.
Yeah. Yes, it's allowed.
Okay. That's why I only did a quick sketch. I couldn't really find anything that addressed it, and I was a little confused on what actually she could do with her property. So I mean, again, it's just a sketch, but do you see any issues with that as we move forward? I can prepare, good drawings to be submitted next time for review.
Motion that we approve it in concept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you,
Have a
guys.
good night.
All right, you too. Thanks, Barbara.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
it's just
speak
5:14
quickly for
golf
the,
course.
quick comment for the committee, if you can hear me.
I'm new to
this, man.
Sorry, I don't
I
mean to
know it's
interrupt, but
overwhelming.
It's a lot, dude.
if anyone can hear me, the Stickley Avenue address, the owners were in the wrong meeting link for quite some time. We are all here now. I don't know if you were notified, but for 1429 Stickley Avenue, we are all here. So just wanted to let you know.
Thank you for that. We're gonna have 514 Golf Park next. I'll send it to him now. But you can,
He says he's in the queue, but he has.
yeah, there's a new code, I believe. Thank you. I'm gonna email it to him now.
The 514 golf.
Yes, they have the propane tank, pergola, and the fence.
So we get to see this lovely couple every month.
Yes.
Good on you.
Another set of applications, so they're really doing a lot of work on this house.
Waiting for someone else to join.
I'm emailing, yeah, her husband,
Yeah.
Are there sketches included in this application?
for this one is the pergola, let me, once my.
When we talking about first,
The pergola is up here first.
pergola first.
Yep.
Remember reviewing this.
You had a
Up close,
question
it goes to
about
the
the,
back.
yeah, it's very small, but it says 5-1.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was like all smudged out.
Yeah.
There. Just call him. He says he can't get in.
Okay. Hi, Mike. Michael, good, how are you? We're reviewing the pergola application currently, if you want to go ahead and speak about the application.
So the application, as you can see, is for me to put a cabana in the backyard, of the pool. I have two really drawings that my architect gave me. One shows all of the plot, I'll call it, let me go to the apple first. So the plot you can see is it's up again, it's on the backside of the pool. It maintains the 5 foot minimum clearance that I need for the easement. The whole, I'll talk to them when I get to the other one, but dimensionally it fits within the regulations that we need. If you look at the layout with the pool, it shows that it's, oh shoot, where is it? It shows all the elevations, all of the material will match the house. It will be made of stucco, just like the house is. Roof is the same, asphalt dimensional shingles as the house. The columns will match the house. Everything will be matching. It's 11 foot high, so that when you look at it from the back, my porch is a little bit raised, so the elevation should be very nearly in line with what the elevation, the height of the ceiling in the porch is. So we designed it so that it would just look like it was an integral part of the home, and it just becomes the backdrop for really the backyard area. Any questions?
Are there any elevations? Or are we looking for concept?
Yeah, so the foundation will be, if you notice, I'll just pull in the small foundation for around the back wall for where the wall sits. And I don't think there's an elevation showing it, a detail showing it, but it'll just be a poured concrete, I'll call it a footing where the back wall will sit on and pads where the posts will sit. But then the whole flooring will be like my pool patio will just be pavers on top of a sand bottom. So the whole backyard will look like paver system.
So my other question, it looks like a nice project, as all the stuff you guys are doing, but back wall, I was just trying to confirm for sure that setback for the easement. Did we confirm that?
Yeah.
And when we get to the fence, I have the actual survey that I when I purchased the house. And on the survey, they have the pool laid out, and it shows let me see over the fence one. I hope I didn't get away. But I think on the fence one, it shows on the survey plot that it's actually 5 foot and 2 inches. Maintain that 5 foot setback.
Any other? Yeah, I motion.
A second.
Okay. That's for the pergola. And then, next we have fence.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pull up, I lost my fence picture that I had, but if you, again, the things I had 2 pages in the fence. The first one is the survey plot to make sure that the fence maintained the 50-foot easement off the front. And if you look at it, it's 20 foot off the sidewalk is my porch, then it's 10 foot, that's 12.5 foot, then it's 20 foot before the indention in my house. So that's 62 feet. And the fence will start about 1.5 to 2 feet behind that. So I'm almost 64 foot setback from the front. I think I'm good there. So I got the white PVC fence on that whole side of my house that my neighbor had already installed. So what I'm doing, when you look at the front of the house for the right side elevation, I'm actually putting 2 about 10 foot, one's 10.5 foot, one's 9.5 foot fence sections, each with a 4 foot gate. because that's where my pool equipment and my air conditioner will be. And I just wanted to clean it up and make it look really nice over there. And then on the back side, I'll go from the neighbor's fence over to the cabana. And then from the cabana over to the driveway and lead into the house with another 4-foot gate. And from last time, Angelica sent me the thing where I needed to add across the back, that lattice fence. So we drove around the neighborhood looking at the other fences, and that's when I picked the one that matches what everyone has there, where that top section is the lattice, and it looks really nice. And so again, the fence will have to maintain the 5-foot easement also, so it's gonna come off the back of the cabana and come across it. Behind the fence is my, that you can see the picture, is the row of shrubs that does a really good job. Probably not gonna even see the fence, because the shrubs will be all across the back.
The gates are 4 foot in width, the gates.
Is the opening 4 foot?
Yeah, it's a. And I think when I was reading, it's a what gate, unless you have double gates, which is I think you know the 5 foot. So those are the 4 gates to meet the requirement.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You moving on to the propane tank.
Okay, so as you look at as you stand in the front and look at my house, on the right-hand side of my house, is an existing 150-gallon propane tank that was put in when the house was put in. So I purchased it ahead of the propane tank come out because it didn't look too good to me. And they said, sure enough, it's almost 30 years old. The tank's getting. So what I decided to do was I had a disconnect, so it wasn't going into my house during the renovations. What I'm gonna do is have Suburban Propane, an existing tank, and currently it was used for, the range in the kitchen, it was used for our back patio barbecue, used for the heater. I decided to make that simple, is only use it for my range. So I'm gonna move in and fill in that area over there. Then on looking at the front, on the left elevation of my house on the side, you can see a row of bushes. In that space, I'm gonna use one of those 7-gallon propane tanks. And about 3.5 inches wide, and those nice, uncompost hedge plants around it, just to, it'll be an integral part of my garden. And it will just literally go right through the penetration of the house to the range. And that's the only thing I'll have on propane.
Okay, I'm guessing that's close to your kitchen, right? So,
And the concern is that I had to be aware of the, if I had a window, my foot of it, the picture, you can see one window, it's actually closed and it's been, sealed off from the inside. It's not even a window. I had no issue with commenting for the propane tank because there isn't a window nearby.
are you gonna put that on a concrete slab or what?
Yeah, it'll be, so I thought Suburban Propane, they'll come in and they'll put a pad down and they'll set the tank and make sure everything's right. I'm gonna maintain, like, rather than purchase it myself, I'm just gonna maintain, the lease. That they'll come out and service it, check it and make sure it's okay. They'll provide an and that it sits on.
Did you say you were gonna screen it with?
Use those kind of carpets hedges, those ones that make the hedges that grow together. I want to put that on 2 sides. You're looking at from front, across the front and then down the side. It's only going to take a minute because it's so small, but then it'll be a hedge right around. So on 2 sides. Blend in with other hedges, got some other a big tree. And you really can't even see it. That was when I was talking, but I spoke to Angelica earlier, I didn't show how I was gonna shroud that. That would be, seven down on a carcass. They come in about 3.5 feet, and that'll be just right at the height. I don't think you expect these things to grow in, plant, and almost get. Start.
So I would make a proposal, motion that we approve and take on the condition, as he just said, that it's put on a concrete slab and then it's screened as he proposes.
Do we have it? Yep.
What, you got like, so you. Slab.
The slab that he's providing
Yeah.
should be sufficient.
The recommended slab, their slab.
Right.
Yeah, whatever, he puts it on this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the reason I just said that is it looks like the picture that's provided is just sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
That way we have the document.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you,
Someone second that?
Gary.
Oh,
He just.
Sorry, I just did it quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep.
All right, you're all good to go. That's online for review. Yep. You're welcome.
Thank
Have a good night. We're gonna go back to the list. It's 1336 Flagstone Ave. Do we have the homeowner online or contractor for 1336 Flagstone Avenue? Yeah, I was just making sure we went back. You're good. Have a good night. So we can do 1429 Stickley Ave. Are you
Thank
still
you.
online? Okay.
We are, Dana, I believe, is here as one of the homeowners. Myself, I'm Cecil Stone with Florida Made Tiny Homes, who is the contractor. My Brian Alexander is also here with me to assist with any questions.
Thank you. Can you explain the project to the committee?
Dana, go ahead.
We have the initial approval and concept. This will be a pool house in our backyard. It will be completely behind the home, hidden. We know that it's in the correct setbacks. This will be a full-time residence for me and my husband. We were just here to give details on whatever was missing.
I'll start because I'm looking at Jeffrey's comments. I happen to agree with it. So he says dwelling, the accessory dwelling unit should have a steeper roof, pitch consistent with the main body or side wing of the house of the pattern. Has shown it's doesn't really look like it's fits with the main house, which is a Victorian architect sort of picture, higher pitch roof with. That makes sense?
Sorry, I'm missing a little bit of what you're saying with the ongoing microphone issues, but from what I capture, your concern was about I know the pitch of the roof was something that we were here to discuss. Is that what you were narrowing in on, sir?
Exactly, and Jeffrey, our architect consultant, recommends a higher pitch roof, which would be more consistent with the Victorian style of the main house. And that's his only comment. That's my only comment as well.
Absolutely, those adjustments can be. Oh, Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna chime in. So currently it's a 412. Did you guys want it like a 612 pitch or any specifics that you guys could give us so we could give you guys exactly what you guys are looking for?
Group on the current resident.
So. Just to reiterate what Jeffrey said about that one. It's consistent with the main body or side wing, parentheses, not porch of the house and the pattern of it. So he wasn't specific, but those includes the.
The main body's normally a 12-12 on a Victorian. That's what I.
Thank you.
I was just going to look. I don't know about the side wings.
Yeah, it's hard to see in this photo.
Yeah, that's.
But it
very
is, they
similar,
do
but-
have a fairly steep pitch. I agree.
Yeah, I'm not sure what your side wing, if you have any pitches are. But your main body looks like 12.
Wonderful. So we can focus on a 12-12 and potentially examine the main house if necessary manually to accomplish that for the committee. Absolutely.
Okay, do we need action on this one? Because this was already approved in concept.
Correct.
I just need more
Just the
info.
question.
So would the process be to amend the drawings to include that pitch and then resubmit them to you?
Yes,
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
You at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
You.
We all
We
said
all
yes.
agree with you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting
Okay.
antsy.
So do we have a motion?
What
It's
would be
just
appropriate?
discussed. Yes, I guess the motion is this, project's already been approved in concept. We would like for the resubmit. Showing the increased pitch for our discussion, and that can be done online.
Second.
Is that a, yeah, right.
Are we
Is that like-
tabling?
Right.
Or are we
that's what-
denying? Are we tabling or denying?
Table.
Table
Table, I guess.
till online review. Okay.
Okay, so question for the committee, is this something that we would accomplish via email, or is this something that we would need then to again wait for the next ARC meeting?
You'll send it to where we've been communicating via email, and then I'll submit it online, and as soon as they review online, you'll get a decision letter.
Got it. And then I just want to make sure, just because obviously the roof, I just want to make sure there's nothing else missing detail wise that we would need to include.
Is it just the roof?
Just the roof.
The roof
Okay, that's,
Just
well,
the roof, yeah, we're not getting any other details, minutia details of the Victorian house.
Everything else.
okay, thank you.
matches.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question just for my own education. This applicant is calling this a pool house, yet it is a dwelling unit, a one bedroom, 2-bath, ancillary residence. So are they calling it a pool house for any particular reason,
Yes.
or is that common?
We were told in the last ARC meeting that we should not be calling it an ADU, that we should be calling it a pool house.
Made that point.
Okay.
That's what we were instructed.
Yeah, so you don't get in trouble, or complicate things with the county and others.
Okay.
Tax
Very
wise.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Hey, guys. I apologize. I wondered if I could just have a very quick moment while everyone's in the room. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Small Potatoes here. I'm just waiting on a paint color approval that I submitted April 3rd. So we're coming up on the 45 days. It's for 161 Longview. I just wanted to reach out while everyone was in the room If we're not approved, if there's any suggestions that you could give us, like the more feedback, the better. We would love to just resolve this as quickly as possible in regards to the violation that was sent to us at the end of March. And then the only other thing that I was considering is now we're kind of moving into our summer humid rainy season. And I don't know that it's the best time to be painting. So I don't know how you guys feel about pushing to fall. So just some things to think about while you're voting online. Again, any feedback is super appreciated.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
When I voted on.
Is there anyone online that hasn't had their application reviewed? So, let's just go. We're gonna go to 833 Oak Shadows Road.
I'm just here purely for this application, purely for a conceptual, similar to the other application on Acadia. This is that would be a variance to the side setback on this home. When the house was built, so it's 7.5 foot side setback. When they built the house, they put they didn't justify it to the right, where they're never going to use that bit of here. Never going to get used, right? So they shoved the house to the left instead. That's why they said it. And so kind of in a hardship in that, if the house was over here, they could have expanded no problem. But it's purely just to make a bigger closet. It's only for 10.6 feet. It's not the whole length of the house. The neighbor has said they're okay with it. I asked them to send in a letter. Did you get anything? But the neighbor's happy to send something in to say that they don't have an issue with it towards them. But purely just to see what your thought was, or if it's worthy us going any further with.
So the setback is 7 feet. How far are you going into that?
I would like to go to the 3.1 county setback.
So this one also Jeffrey recommends against. I would say it's fundamentally different than the one we approved earlier, because there is a house next door. Even if the current residents okay with it, that doesn't mean that it will always be that way.
Do you know the distance to the house next door?
They are also the 7.5, so there's 15 feet between them now. So it would be.
What type of land is this?
Estate. Well, it's manor technically.
That's right.
But it's like manor doesn't really exist anywhere else. So, because I was clarifying is it a 5 foot setback? Is it? And I think that's just the state. No, there isn't. So there would still be, 10.5 feet between the two structures.
Does anyone have any comments?
I would motion to decline.
Can I just?
Sorry.
I don't think it's the unusual circumstance that we were talking about earlier. So I would be reluctant to as well.
Now.
Well.
Maybe you'll take the biggest way or mine.
What do you think? What do you think, Garrett? What do you think, Mike?
I would just I'd say ask, is there a different, like if we, 3.1, 4.5 or 5, I mean, just to entertain the idea, is there like any type of variance that might be acceptable? Like if we went to, for example, like a village allows a 5-foot side setback. That be at that point, it's a 2.5 addition, so is it worth it? But I just doing what I can to get something.
What is this?
It's a closet. It's to make the closet bigger.
Besides the setback issue too, this looks like a challenge to match up the roof lines.
Oh, no, it'd be pretty simple, just continuing it down and have a slightly lower ceiling.
Or the photo.
Yeah.
It's out to the left side, correct?
Correct, yes.
Like,
I feel like I'm a softie on this stuff. I'm always like, yeah, it's fine. Like, so,
And I'm very much more.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I like, that's why there's more than just me. If I was here, everybody'd be into the neighbor's yard.
But that's why we do too, so. Have some fun.
Gary, you didn't
You already
hear
made
that, by
a
the way.
motion?
Sorry, what?
No, he's talking.
I said to Gary Hudspeth, he didn't hear that, by the way.
I didn't hear Bob. I don't have to vote.
I will second Deborah's motion.
All in favor?
I'm sorry.
Hi.
She motioned to, correct, for the encroachment setback.
I would agree. Just because it's not a situation.
It's not a corner lot, that's not really a corner lot.
You'd like vote?
I would decline.
Okay.
I'm not here.
Waiting room or anything?
What's the name?
It's just like the same.
Yes, they're here.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
There, great.
1206 Aquila Loop. And,
Oh, can I say one thing about the lady that was talking about the paint scheme?
yes,
I just want you to just looking at that now. He did talk it, but later. Okay, I looked at the application and Scott originally had asked for some additional, had a recommendation, additional information. And it was never sent to her because these two ladies just basically concurred with, they declined the application based on concurrence with Scott's comment. He had a pretty good comment there. Information needed there. Custom color dolphin fin is a tan color based on website doesn't match gray color selection for stem walls, porch floors, suggest selecting design guidelines approved color. And I don't think she's responded.
no, she hasn't, no. Not to me. Put up there, but I can follow up with her just because she.
Yeah, I didn't, I remember I didn't vote because it already. Go ahead and decline it. If you want me to.
Well, whatever
It's
you're.
really, you could say decline, you say need more information.
It really is, I guess, based on your judgment at that point, if you're going to decline them because of the proposed body color not being on the color palette, the approved color palette, then
going to decline, and I agree with Scott's comment as well.
Okay, so
1206 Aquila Loop.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is kind of like, say, they have a pool that's under construction, and so we're just adding some extra things to enhance, complete the backyard process. My main part of it is to expand the covered roof of the back porch. It's completely behind the house, won't be in the street. It's like an odd little a little lovely little sketch of all the different elements. So it's like, because the house is kind of like a U-shaped, so we want to like fill in solid roof and like one of those. It's already an elevated floor there, so it's just putting back here with the screening logo. To replace their PVC fence, it's like blowing and bad with a stucco wall. So we don't have quite like just I think the wall might have like a conceptual. One of the issues is that the house is 10 foot from the setback, but it's built at 5. So the screen enclosure would need to be the same 5, which is, you know, loud. But because the house is in a sit down, I'm proposing the end of with screen from the street. If we make the porch bigger, but they are maxed out with it's already, so we can't make any more aggressive. Just this little like I kind of modeled in the screen enclosure, trying to see what on the side. Barely see.
Yeah, we didn't hear any of that at all.
Sorry. Pretty much the porch portion of it is the red that's on the on my little colorful sketch. The blue would be so if we take it like piece by piece, I guess the one application for the porch would be the red section of a covered roof, and then the blue section, which is a louvered pergola on top. That would still be within the screen enclosure, and then on the end of the like aligning with the edge of the house would be a solid wall for privacy, and then a little like L like wing off the side to help screen the screen enclosure from the front.
Does the committee have any comments?
Well, I was concerned I was going, I wonder what Jeffrey would say.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't say it.
No, these are the ones we didn't receive.
I didn't have any specific questions for actual.
I said we'd like if it's possible to get a fine like conceptual probably for the screen enclosure, because we don't have like drawings from the screen company yet, and the fence, like there's no real drawings of the fence yet, apart from like they want to have a stucco fence or a stucco wall. So, but I was, if we were able to get like a final for the porch, and you know that. My portion.
Let me scroll back to
yeah.
Sure, yeah. So the porch is
So yeah, so no, so it's the porch itself is just a continuation of the existing roof lines of the house, kind of filling in that little like U in the middle. And then coming off of that will be this flat louvered, it's a aluminum pergola that has like they can shut when it rains or open to let light in. I've had similar ones approved in town before. So and it will face mount to the privacy wall, so you won't even see it.
In the application that was posted up, it highlighted these privacy slats. Was that the homeowner that highlighted that, or was that someone on the committee?
No, that was me, the architect, just doing a quick little, last minute color blocking exercise
Okay.
with my.
Okay. I was just wondering why it was highlighted. I wondered if it was a question that one of the committee members had raised, like concern for privacy slats. Is that shown on the sketches that we're seeing already? The privacy
Yes.
slats? Okay,
Yeah,
great.
well,
Thank you.
it's the louvers. So you see there's that like
Yes.
3D image in the middle. You can see them,
Yes.
and then the roof plan at the top right has them. That 23'9", that's the section will be the louvers.
Okay, thank you.
I think I want to see like the Fisher
Okay,
thing. And if it's gonna be.
be black. I think black is like to match the screen. I can.
Pool enclosures and fence are.
Yeah, so that was my idea was because the wall height's max at 12 feet. So have some kind of like, let's say the wing wall that I'm proposing on the side to just hide it. Have some have a little decorative arch thing on top to hide, so that way it's mansard, 12-foot wall, 13.5 when you get that mansard on the.
Still like the Jeffrey. It just seems to me it's kind of three different kind of styles coming together here.
I mean, it's an interesting thing because in order to do a solid roof where the louvers are, would be like re-roofing the whole house. Like it would be very. I don't think it was any way I could even make it look good. So that's why I said it's kind of, and flat roofs aren't allowed. So these louvers I've done in the past is instead of a flat roof, you do them because you can get a flat roof. They also open. That's why we went in that direction. And then say with their request also for the privacy wall to the side of it.
And this is essentially only visible from the neighboring property.
Correct, yes. And then there will be, say, a fence. Well, actually, they want a stucco as well, so it's even less.
How tall is that? Paul, do we know?
So it'd be 6 foot. However, getting to that one, they did have to level out the yard a bit for the pool. So their side would be 6 foot the whole way, but because it's the neighbor's driveway is a little less, it would be a taller view.
And, sorry, go ahead.
Could you, I guess, could you, what you're hoping to get approved is the porch?
So, and for my portion of it is the porch, so this little roof extension.
The what, it shows the white?
Yes, looks white, which is like this little guy, and then the privacy, like this wall and the windows. That would be say my, and then this, I think what part B or something that would be like the screen enclosure conceptual until we get the screen company to do their official drawings.
So your extension of the roof is that L, like on.
Yes. Yes. And then, yes, and then it's a, but which is also included.
That is. L, that is pitched, ties into the existing.
Correct.
The same slope or different?
The one to the top, that is the exact same slope. The other one, it's the same slope as that, but less than the main part of the house is a wider slope. So it's just, to make things leave, like, maybe a little difference, but still within the existing slopes on the property. Making it so it's a nice even beam to catch.
Yes, I would like to table it to receive more information about the.
Okay, I can get those the same.
That's for the porch.
For the roof and. Like this, and the.
Yeah.
The louver.
Yeah.
Sure. I can get those.
After hearing what Jeffrey has to say.
All of them, Jeffrey did not comment.
You can read.
It doesn't get, it's a little hard for me to just
Yeah.
it's hard for me to give really good views of it because it's
Right.
not really,
I was looking at one of these for another one of my projects, so I've seen them, so I'm pretty comfortable with it, but I think your response is entirely reasonable, so.
So we're gonna table the porch, extension for additional information on the louvers.
That's the information I want.
And it'd be good to hear what Jeffrey's comments.
Right.
And what he said. Or whether he's.
With that information, I'm sure he'll review it at the next meeting.
This is a,
Okay,
this is
well,
a
for the
question.
next meeting, not the next.
Right.
I have a question for the architect. Is it too much of an ask to get a small SketchUp of this detail attached to that unit, you know, structurally in a 3D view? Even a hand sketch would be nice.
to say how the louvers attached to the wall.
No, not necessarily. I think the whole structure, how the structure fits between the two buildings. You know, how the pergola is fit onto the site. That would help me a lot.
Yeah, I can do that. So on the right side where the roof extension comes, it would face mount to the beam of the extended roof porch, and then on the left side, similar condition. It's just the top of that stucco privacy wall. But I can provide a section of that. I just didn't get there yet, but I can provide that as additional information.
That'd be great.
One of these pre-engineered aluminum structures or.
Yes. So there's a couple companies that make them. There's actually who we're probably going with for the screen enclosure also makes them. So we could do like a one-stop shop type of thing. But yeah, it's pretty much just a beam within them.
Did you also say that you had a couple of these already approved in town?
Correct. Yes, I have.
I would love to see one of them because it just seems a little foreign to me, being a Celebration resident for so long. I've not seen very many aluminum structures in even townhome backyards. So is it possible if you could share the location of one and if one could see one from the alley or?
Yeah, and
that would help me a lot.
I'm happy to submit pictures as well of the couple that I've had approved.
Yeah, that'd be good.
One I got approved hasn't been built yet. One was in Artisan Park on Tapp Street, and the third one is escaping me right now. But I can, if anything, when I resubmit, I can submit pictures of those.
That'd be great.
Sure. Just down the street from me on Banks Rose Street.
Yes, that was the third one. Thank you. Yes. 1023 Banks Rose is one of them.
That one, but it doesn't look like, to me, it doesn't. The street doesn't look like a.
Correct. And we added like little rafter tails on it, so that way, and there's like this one doesn't need to have any columns, but that one with the columns, we added the caps and bases, so it looks more like an actual pergola structure. And I can revise and resubmit.
I motion we table for more information.
For the pergola, and then all in favor?
Aye.
And then for the screen enclosure? Do we have a motion?
I think we table with.
Everything, all of
Yeah, the wall.
all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. There's three, I think.
Yeah, because that one was the least ready because you don't have a.
Correct. My thing for it was mainly just the footprint of the screen enclosure. One thing, if we can go to that, is the one thing is that they because the back of their lot is would it be amenable as we get like detailed drawings? They might be able to get a little closer to the back property line instead of. I mean, I think the county is 5, but I would have to double check with them. But would they be able to get to like 8 foot from? Would you be amenable to that?
You're talking with the screen enclosure?
Yes, with the screen enclosure.
Is that conservation back?
Yes. Either that, or we just have to do.
I wouldn't have a problem with it, but you know my answer.
Obviously, we would maintain any county. Maybe. Okay, I said we'll get more stuff from the screen enclosure people and submit.
So you're gonna table all three?
I motion we table all three.
Yep, and James seconded. All in favor? Okay. You,
One more.
five,
But
six,
for this one on the fence, is there just, we have, that's like a example. Do you, what, I already know the answer to this, but, wanting like an actual drawing of the fence, I'm assuming with like your facing and that kind of stuff. Answering my own question.
Yeah,
Let's start
nothing
with the-
that takes too much effort. It could just, it could be the photographs of other existing would be great.
Sorry, say that again?
You were asking if another drawing were needed, and like I said, I don't think it has to be in an adept, SketchUp drawing. It could be hand sketched, or like you said, if you could provide photographs of an existing one, that would be sufficient for my view.
Gotcha. I said for the fence, she wants to mimic what is done on, I think it's 900 Jazz. It's on the corner of Jasmine and Greenbrier. I submitted a picture, I think, of the fence.
Okay, that's fine, thanks.
Yeah, this fence is what she wants to mimic. That if you're okay to match this, or if you want something more.
I think we should have a drawing.
you have 563 or 567?
I have 567.
Okay.
I did the apartment for 563.
Yeah. Okay. 6.
So, I don't know if you were on the committee. I don't think so. This was last year or so. Sabbatical. So this project is, it was it's a single car garage, and we were previously approved to go to a 2-car and then an apartment on top. They no longer want to do the apartment on top, so it's literally just taking a single car garage to a 2-car garage.
And it's the same plan that was.
It's the exact same footprint. We just removed the second floor and the second, there was 2 doors, one to the garage, one to the stairwell. So obviously we don't need a second door, so. Yeah. So this exact same footprint as previous, and then, and then there's a little, wall to hide their. They're getting put in, that was all you guys.
And none of them.
No, I mean, it's one window, it's the same size as the, just the new wall.
So there will be a concrete pad behind that wall, but that was in the previous application for the pool, I'm sure.
Yes, yeah, that's where the pool equipment, and then their AC unit is for the main house is randomly against the fence, so that's getting moved back there too. So it's all consolidated into a little mechanical yard.
Straightforward. Anyone?
Do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sweet. One.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, guys.
Now we have, Albert is here for 563 Campus Street. There's a couple of elements to this application.
Guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I was about to order some pizza. Yeah, right. All right, guys, let's make this
Okay.
out here. So basically, we're just doing, so we have right now is a yard space in between a townhome and a detached garage apartment. Both 2 stories. Right now, there's just dirt in between them. She would like to create a little paver space and add the same aluminum louvered pergola that you guys have been looking at. Those are the paver colors. We're gonna do a little screen around the east. And that little rectangle in there is just a little garden. So there should be a landscape plan. Site that shows everything together. Very simple, very easy. Couple trees, a little bit of hedge on the sides. And some cover. Very basic. Covered lanai is existing. It's already screened in. We're gonna match the pavers proposing on the outside on the floor of the lanai. It's really it. Pretty basic. So pavers, landscape.
What part of the pavers is new? Because the covered lanai is already there. You
Right, so this
expect.
is existing. All this is dirt right now.
Okay.
So and I think we're 72 point something percent and we're under the max, which I think is 75. So yeah, should be pretty straightforward.
The height of the pergola?
It's 8 feet to the bottom of the beam. Yeah, apparently these are getting quite popular. Starting to popping up. Yeah, they're great.
I don't have any.
I motion for approval.
Do we have a second?
This for Epic House for all three? Pavers, pergola. landscape.
Second.
Yes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
I,
Right.
We do just,
I think this is a Pergolux.
we went through all addresses except for 1336. Is the homeowner or contractor online for 1336 Flagstone Avenue?
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you,
night.
guys.
There's no one here to speak to this application. So I think, also, yeah, he provided. That's right. We're reviewing 1336 Flagstone Avenue. It's a pergola.
So this one's a different, this is more of a breezeway type thing. Yeah, this is, I really wanted
This
to
is
hear
really what this
get
looks like.
Jeff's take on this.
but
He did-
wrote a note.
There's saying that there's no, not adequate
This looks
site.
like it could be approved, but there's no site plan showing where the structure is intended to go. We need.
I would agree with that, but to me, that looks kind of.
Interesting.
A little bit more than pergola.
Yeah, it looks like you know what it reminded me of? It's from Star Wars, the elephant looking structure.
Oh, that.
Oh,
Ah,
That.
What's it called?
Or AT-AT, all-terrain armored transport.
there you go.
It looked wild to me for something.
That was the nerdiest thing said in this meeting.
I love that.
Accurate, though.
So
Would it-
then, yep,
Would it be appropriate to request the site plan and in addition to that, maybe like a side elevation to see what it's gonna look like from like the neighboring property? Is that, it looks pretty tall.
yes,
It does.
I was looking at that.
I think Jeffrey always tries to interject, when people are using these prefab pergolas, if they don't look like you match the trim and picture of the house. Like,
It is,
send it out like either, but
it's 12
foot. It's noted on there somewhere. I made a note of that, because that's the first thing.
Well, this is, townships, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm inclined to let a lot of things go, but if this was my neighbor's house, I'd be kind of annoyed, I think. What? Well, like, it's a lot, like, it really is.
Yeah, no, it's large and.
And if it was like a little more traditional looking or something, fine, but you know, you're putting a pretty big structure right on something.
Trim of the house, trim of the,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be so noticeable.
Yeah.
I think I would be inclined to deny and for them to present a structure that is building structure for, it's.
And it's like, do they normally?
We don't, I was looking for that, I couldn't find a max, there's screen enclosures. Maxes, there's, play structure maxes.
That one standalone. I was reviewing.
I couldn't find anything, because I was looking for that too, because that's, I thought this was a little too much.
I hate to be like that, but I think you're right.
Is that a motion?
Well, we need to tell them to, if you, do you think you can find that height that you saw? I might not have it, mine was printed. Yeah, I couldn't find one.
Well, I mean, sometimes pergolas are kind of tall, but I mean, it's,
This is like, this.
it looks like, well, and I don't know where it is. We don't know on the site, but I'm assuming it's like against the sidewall that's like shared, or not sidewall, but like the fence or whatever that's shared with the neighbor's yard.
I don't think it is, I think it's going from house to the garage and.
In between, yeah.
So it's going that entire length, the private zone.
That's Jeff.
Oh.
We have a site plan to evaluate where it's.
That's,
where it's-
this is, Flagstone?
Yeah, so 10 foot, then 12 in the middle. Looks very modern to.
Very Star Wars.
I think at least a site plan, because it's,
Okay, so do we have a motion?
I said, I would do. Don't, or do you think we just, okay,
Well, in addition to anything else, we do need a site plan.
Yeah.
But
right.
what more to that, is
well,
to, and the elevations?
so
Are we, is the motion to decline, or is the motion that it will?
I would make a motion to decline. You know, produce a structure that is more fitting for the style.
I would agree with that.
There's a second.
In favor? Before we leave,
I have something.
okay, before we leave, we're gonna go over the code of conduct.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night. Just going to read over this highlighted section.
This is highlighted as new.
because I already broke the rules.
No. No. This is just, it's just, what I was asked to read, so, meeting participants defined as staff, board members, or liaison, consulting body members, residents, and guests in attendance shall be treated with respect by the members of the consulting body. Any act of harassment, abusive attitude, argumentative standpoint, or intimidation towards any participant as determined by the chair, staff, and/or board liaisons will not be permitted. Attending any consulting body or board meeting while under the influence of intoxicants unless a social board function or drugs is not permitted.
Are there social board functions?
A great question.
Yes.
We had.
There's a yes.
We had champagne at the board meeting where they thanked
Annual
all of
meeting.
the. Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's the annual meeting. Yep.
Ah, yeah, heard of things.
Sharing information or opinions outside of the consulting body or board meetings in a manner that may undermine the integrity of the consulting body or the boards. Participating in the reckless or intentional misrepresentation of information relating to the boards of the consulting group. Misusing information relating to the boards or the consulting group. Representing personal interest rather than the interest of the community at large. Using consulting group member contact information for any reason other than consulting group business. Okay. You'll just
Have my permission to use.
Yeah, whatever you need. Just the highlighted section on my page, but thank you.
Yeah, this is one of those things. If you follow the golden rule, you'll be fine.
Yeah, right. All right, and then can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:48 PM?
I motion. Adjourn, please.
And can I get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for your service, and I can't wait to meet with you in person next time.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Get home safe, Bill.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So I have a quick question.
Yes.
So with